Okay, so how was the yesterday session? Actually, in the end of the session, before just ending, there's some internet issue. That's why the call has been disconnected. Okay, Nazar Kushi, did you understand e-party? How 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 he develop e-party? What kind of code he use? What kind of modules are there? Did you understand? Okay, means he didn't describe the code, how he just develop or how we code. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yeah. Code that he will describe in code. You ask him to just discuss some discussion about the code, how you use controller model and view, this kind of question. Did you ask him? Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah. Yeah, we already discussed about this. Means orally, we already know the working of the website. We already discussed about it. I thought that I told him to describe the code as the code in the cPanel or anywhere else. Time. Okay. No issue, no issue. We will discuss about this. Don't take it attention, but I can't explain today. Okay. I will just try to explain you tomorrow. Means you have to first think party A, party count. You have to understand only one module, any one particular module. And in my point of view, just we will discuss about the code. We will just discuss about the user module. Okay, what kind of user we can add and how we manage these user, how we just difference, how we get difference between these two user means how we manage the tables also. This kind of code and this kind of flow we will just see. So just try to understand it. Did he describe this user module? Means only yeah, only he described means this session also. Just only means he didn't just describe the code. Okay, I will just describe the code about this module. Yeah, 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 exactly. we have to discuss about the code. Right now I don't have the code, and I'm not. Honestly, I don't know the working of this website also in code basis. So I have to see once, and I will just describe this module, this whole module. The table structure also means, in my point of view, there is only one table for users and some different table for any project, and there's so many things within this module. Okay, Kushi, Nazar. Yeah, but not today. I will just try tomorrow, and you are going to leave from the 11th of May to 15th. You are not available for the session, is it? So you will get the time to study or not, to prepare interview or any particular subject. Do you have time in that particular period for study? Not, yeah, very little. Okay. Yeah, actually, I have to manage some task according to your time. If you have time, if you have more time, then I will just give you some that kind of task. I will a small task. I will just give you a small task for 5 days. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Did you now? Okay, no issue. Now let's start session. Okay, Nazar, she just tell me, did you complete the task? I have given you to create, to just use a jQuery's date picker or and one slider also. Did you try to complete that task? Image slider. Kushi, actually, you have to know, you have to know about the jQuery means if there is a already developed module, or you can say the library are there, how to use that library. Okay, means in any project, any language, we have to use jQuery for different tasks. Slider, we need jQuery, and different date picker, we need jQuery. A CK editor, we need jQuery. Means there is a library. Means they just created the library for the CK editor for the date picker. We have to just include that library and just execute some function or just define some function or bind that, we are including date picker, just bind that date picker into our input text. Okay, so let's see how we use. Then we will try some different plugins. First we will going to discuss about the date picker. And more thing, actually another, we have the code about the e-party, that's why we can understand the code of e-party. But there is some issue with the rest of the projects. You can say that, yeah, issue from the client end also, or some issues are there that we are not getting the code, and some issue is there means, yeah, actually they just upgraded their websites into any other technology. So we have to plan something different. Means if we have LexisNexis, so you have to uh, good knowledge about the LexisNexis, because your current website, that is your current website, you are working on that website according to resume. So we can do one thing, but there is a long process. We have to select one, any module, any working process according to website. We have to understand the whole module orally, means functionality wise. Then we will just try to understand that how we get that functionality into Drupal with the help of Drupal. You can say that how we get that functionality with the help of Drupal. So I need your help also for this. I will help you. We, we have to just work together, and that kind of thing we have to do. That then only you can understand the project, or you can give the answer of interviewer whenever they ask you the question about the LexisNexis. Because right now LexisNexis is built in .NET, means ASP and C Sharp. Did you understand what I'm trying to say? Means we will just understand the functionality. We will understand the functionality, and we will just search or try to find out how we get that kind of functionality into with the help of Drupal. Means we understand. Means we have eParty. Okay, we have user module. So we understand the user module, whole functionality, website wise and user wise. Then we will just try to find out how we get that functionality in the coding base with the help of coding, but in Drupal. That kind of thing we have to do, in my point of view. Because right now, if I, yeah, LexisNexis, I can explain you the LexisNexis orally, and you can also get the about that website, but that is not helpful to you. Did you understand? Means we have to get the functionality and try to find out how we achieve that functionality in a Drupal site. Did you understand? No, not whole functionality. A particular, we will decide. Yeah, we will just decide only any one module, any one part of website, and try to get that working process with the help of Drupal, or try to understand. Even maybe there's a rare chance to get as it is same functionality. We will just try to understand. We will just try to understand how we can get that functionality in Drupal. What we have to do, what kind of module we have to use, what kind of code we have to do, these kind of work. But this is a long process, but we don't have any other way. Okay. Okay, Khushi. If, in your project also, we will just try to do the same thing. Khushi, are you there? Your one website, maybe data eligibility is kind of a static website. Not much in that website. Not much services or not much modules are there. That was a simple website. But LexisNexis, we have to concentrate on LexisNexis. Okay. So date picker, jQuery. If you understand in code, so you can add in any framework. Whereas in the CMS, actually we get the already there is also so many plugins. With the help of that plugins, we can get the functionality of any jQuery library or any other module. But in the framework and in core PHP, we have to include that library explicitly, and we have to just code like that. That if we want to any text box, we need a functionality into that text box, a calendar functionality. So we need this date picker. Okay. Okay, Nazar, Khushi, are you there? Yeah. Actually, yesterday your call was dropped, and till 15 minutes, I think. okay, sir, is teaching the both of you, but there is no one. That's why I'm just intervally ask you, are you there? Okay, don't get irritated. Okay, this is the our a text box, a simple text box. This is, but what we have done, we have included one library of date picker. Means they have right now they have included. I will just show you in our in core PHP or in HTML. Okay, whenever we click on this text box, there should be one calendar, and if we can select any date from that calendar. Did you understand the requirement? Okay, now Kushi, did you understand the requirement? Okay, let's see how we get that requirement, that particular requirement. Actually, there is a already coded, or you can say already there is a whole code we have. Sometimes in some plugins, jQuery plugins, we have to just we get a library. This is the library of .js file. This is the library of our date picker. We need this file for adding the functionality of date picker. I will just describe you a whole line of code. I'm just copying this code, okay? And let me start again. Start it again. Files. Where was sorry. And anywhere class files date.php. Create a new another Rishi. Both of you are there. We'll get a room call. Are you there, Nazar and Khushi? Yes. Hello, Nazar, are you there? Maybe just call dropped. But yeah, he's back. Okay, Nazar, I just created a .php file, a simple date.php. I just give the name date.php and I just paste the code. There is only jQuery and HTML code. jQuery, or you can say JavaScript, jQuery and HTML code. Okay. These are the live link. Right now, I will just show you with the live link only. HTTPS colon double slash already there. Copy this and paste here, and anywhere else. Sources demo, maybe here also, slash. I don't think so. Okay, maybe we will just see that. So within the class folder we have date.php. Let me run host. Class date.php. we get a text box. Why we get a text box and a label date? Because of this paragraph. Or this is simple text and one input tag. Input tag text, and we what we use ID. Okay. Did you remember properties of our input tag ID and class? So we just use ID date picker. That's why we get this text box. If we have any no code other than these, then we will also get. But when we are click on this text box, inside of this text box, we get a date picker. This is our local code or not? This is in our local machine. So we get this date picker. We can use this date picker. Now, how we get this date picker? We need some files. Once again, let me remove this. Maybe I don't think so. This is required. Check again. Yeah, it is working. That one is not required. So first, this is the style sheet. Styling means how our date picker will display. We coded all the code has been already there in .css file. Let me show you. We CSS, you will get a CSS code. There's so many. There's lots of code is there. Okay, lots of code is there. They just use this whole code for our calendar, for this calendar. Did you understand? Nazar, why we use CSS file? For just styling. We just style this, means what whoever just created this date picker, they just use that CSS for styling this. Okay, mouse over, on click, what kind of mouse over, what is the highlighted, all the thing in that particular CSS file. Okay, Nazar, is there any confusion? Khushi till now? Hello Nazar, Khushi, is there any Khushi? Okay, now we already know min.js file we need whenever we are going to use jQuery. A min.js file, a minimum.js file, or a version of jQuery file we need. Means within this library we have different means the definition of this dollar, definition of that kind of date picker, and all the thing, all the not date picker definition is within this next library. Means different jQuery functions, hide, show, and all the functions have definition within this minimum.js file. This is the required file. Okay, right now I have used a live link. You can use the local link also. We already discussed. Kushi, did you remember how we use local link? Kushi, how we use local link? If I want to use, I don't want to use live link. Why? But there is one reason behind it. What is the reason? If I use live link, then if in our project, in our website, if there is lots of live link of different CSS file or jQuery file or JS file, then our web page will take more time to load. Performance issue. So we have to put that code, put that library into local machine. So our performance just depend on our server, not any other server. Okay, did you understand why we have to use local link? They can ask you in interview also, a fresher level question. Okay, Nazar? Means they can ask you about live link and local link. These are these all the three are the live link. Means we are dependent on any other website or any other server or not. Code.jQuery.com means this server we are dependent on this server. If that server is down, just assume that that server is down and we have this link in our website, so our website is also take the time to load. Did you understand, Nazar? It is one kind. So just means you're asking me how we use as a local. Are you asking me how we use? Yeah. Just copy this code. Just copy. Control A. Select all. Just copy. Control C, or you can see from here also. I'm not able to. One second. Yeah, there is no UI in my system. One second. I just copy this code. Okay. Whole code. I just copy whole code. Then what I have done, I just create a new file, control N, new file, just paste that code. And what is the code, which for the which file? Sorry, our minimum.j means jQuery minimum file. We need this file every time. So .js, we have to save that file as a .js. You can use any name. Okay, I just use min.js. Okay, Nazar, min.js I have used. Just save it. Yeah, it is saved. In no, I'm just we are just discussing, not coordinator. We are just seeing that thing in core PHP. In core PHP. Okay. Actually, my motto is I have to describe you the main working, how we use the plugins of jQuery, different plugins. Okay. Now next, CSS file we need. Okay, I will just show you only one, then you can understand how we use any other. Okay, so where I have saved in the same folder, I have just saved min.js. So just change the href, whatever with the href or src. Sorry, this is the min.js, this is our date picker. This file we have saved into our local machine or in our local server, you can say. Just change the src. What the name we have given? Min.js. Just min.js. Include that one. Our work has been done. Now this file, this JS file is in our local machine or local server. We have included that local file into our web page. So there is no difference. Same, it will just work as it is. Okay, if I will just show you, if I didn't include that file, okay, I just remove that one. I will show you, there will be jQuery didn't give you error on main page. I'm clicking within the text box, but there is nothing happening. You can see the error on inspect element with the firebug, or with in this any other option. Also the simple inspect element also. Just use firebug. Just try to use the firebug. Try to make your habit, because lots of time we need that firebug. Means when we are just using ajax, then ajax error also will not be displayed on the main web page. We have to display, or we have to see in the firebug in the console. Okay, now if I refresh this, there is a error. So many error is there. Lots of maximum error is there, not defined. jQuery is not defined, not defined means we didn't get any definition of that kind of functions. Means We don't have definition of dot. We don't have definition of function keyword. Is all the definition within of the dot and the functions and different functions are there also in within this min.js file. Okay, if we included that file, we didn't get any error. There is no error. There is um, main formed URI network for bad request for what? One second. Is it any other errors are there? Our function, our jQuery will work. Errors main formed URI. What kind of error this is? Maybe any other bad gateway for the request. If we include, maybe we are using. You cannot see this thing. Let me check. Online. Let me stop. Start one more time. Now, Kushi Nazar, can you see the screen? Okay. So now, right now, it is our jQuery, our calendar is working. Where is our running file? Here. Here. Maybe there is some exception in live link. That's why it is showing that kind of means there is no undefined error, the previous error. So that's why our jQuery is running. Okay, there is no error in this calendar. So that's how we include or we use some jQuery plugins. This is the date picker. Date picker plugin, you can say date picker library we have included. Now this is the min.js file. This is the and the before that what we have used CSS file. We can use this CSS. We can include the CSS file locally also. Same what we have done in min.js. We have to follow that is steps only. Okay, did you understand, Nazar, how we use locally? Okay, Kushi, did you understand how we copy the live file and how we put that live file into our local machine or local server? Hello Kushi, are you there? Yeah. And Nazar, did you understand why we use local, why we prefer local link compared to live link? Yeah. Okay, good. Now manually, are you asking me manually we can do update in this code? No, I didn't get your question. Sorry. No, we didn't update anything. We didn't update anything. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right, right. You have to update the manually. Means there's a different version right now. Maybe min.js 12.0 is current version of minimum JS file or minimum library file for jQuery. You have to manually update the code. What you have to do, just change your one file code, nothing else, because this file is included in your whole website. You have to just change the code, control A, control X, control B, control C, and copy the code from there and paste here. um, in maximum time you should use local, because if there is any update or enhancement, but that was is minor enhancement, because they update their library for extra functionality only. But what you have used your the old library, but that old library fulfilling your requirement, so you don't need to update anything. You don't need to update because you don't need in your website any new functionality. Yeah, if you need any new functionality, you have to update the code. But most of the time use local files. Okay, local libraries. Okay, Nazir? Let's move ahead. Now main code is there for how we get that calendar. Basic question is there, and just try to use this console. Okay, Firebug. There's an extension in Mozilla Firefox. Firebug extension. Okay, Kushi, just try to add that extension into your browser and inspect element with Firebug. Developer frequently just use that kind of that functionality to debug his code, debug the error. Because in Ajax you can't see the error. I already told you, you can't see the error on web page. Why? Because there is no refresh in Ajax. Is there any refresh, Nazar? If you are using Ajax, either for deleting, either for updating, you have to see within the console there is a request. You can see that request, the request is going in post or in get, either in post either in get, and what is the response you can see in the HTML, and different tabs are there for that. Okay, just try to understand. But every time whenever you are going to refresh, just clear this one and refresh, then you will get a newer errors every time if you change your code. Okay, if you change your code every time, just clear this, the old errors, and refresh. Did you understand, Nazar and Kushi, how we use Firework? Okay, now let's move ahead. So this is our min.js file, and this one means they have created the code jQuery.com. The person that person created that library. If we use this library, they just define some inbuilt function. Their inbuilt function means date picker. Date picker is their inbuilt function. Whenever you use dot date picker with any input tag id or class, this is the id. How we get, how I know this is id of any input tag? How I know, Nazar? How would I know this is id? How I can say that this is the id date picker? This is simple jQuery. Not because of this hash. Did you remember? Hash for id, dot for class. Khushi? Did you remember? Okay, just revise that thing. Means whenever we use hash, it means we are using id of any HTML tag, any HTML, not for input tag, but date picker will work only within the input tag. Okay, and type text. So if we use one more, okay, I just use input type text, and this time I use a class. Any name you can use. I just use GT. Save it. Date to give any heading. No need, but I'm just giving. Save it. Now, what we have to do? We have to use the same code for second input tag. Date picker dot means this is the ID. Right now, what we have used class. What we have used for second input tag class. So we have to be in the double quotes dot gt. Simple. Okay. Just save it. Let me show you. Press this. If there is any new error, then we can understand now. Last two errors are there. Maybe that is the exception in our live link. This is the date too, and our date picker is coming in the second text box also. Do you understand the code, Nazar? Or should I revise that code? Kushi? Nazar? Yeah, I can revise that code. No issue. You have to understand. Yeah, hello, Nazar, Kushi, can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, you can hear me, na, Nazar? Kushi? Hello? Hello? Yeah, I can hear you, Nazar. 1 second. Again. Sure. 1 second. 1 second. Yeah, Nazar, now can you hear me? Kushi, are you there? So, this is the second text box we have created into our .php file. We have created one more input tag, input type text, and we have included that date picker into that text box also. Okay, this is the code. This is the simple code. What we have to do? We have to just use single line code for that. Just a single line code. Did you understand this code, or should I revise that? Nazar? Sorry? It's okay. Khushi, this is the inbuilt function date picker. If you use in within any class or any id of input tag, then that will bind that calendar into that particular input tag. And where is the definition of this date picker? Within this, the second library. Okay, within this library, the definition of that date picker. If I remove that, then maybe there is an error for undefined date picker. See, date picker is not a function. Okay, it's not a function. It means it is undefined. Okay, date picker. So the definition of date picker function within this library. Okay, we can use this library also as locally. Same way we have used min.js. So this is our simple date picker, and there is some functionality, or also there are some extra attribute, extra functionality they have included already within this date picker, within this library. So maybe min zero, is that working or not? Min date zero or min zero? Actually, my requirement is I just want to now argument list. It is wrong. Nothing is working. Why? Because it is not correct. Min date or min is zero. Actually, my requirement is I just want to add a functionality into our date picker. So nobody can select a past date. So I have to search that one. What is my requirement? Did you understand? Means let me remove this. I'll show you. Right now, we can select any date. We can select any date with the help of this date picker. Any date means a previous date also, a past date also, past month date, any date you can select. But I need a functionality means yeah, any user can select today's date or a future date, not past date. Okay. So how we achieve that functionality? Min date jQuery date picker. You get all kind of min date is zero. All kind of this function extra functionality as per your requirement. Just search your requirement. Okay. Just search your requirement in over internet or Google. Within the Google you will get the definitely in the case of jQuery and JS you will get the resolution definitely. Okay. Min date picker change to YMD makes date. I have to select a min date 0. Okay, there should be a comma. Date picker. One second. Kind of date picker. Okay, within brackets we need brackets also. And this code min date 0. This, this is the now you are not able to select the past date. Did you understand, Nazar Khushi? Yeah, you can select today's date or a future date. You are not able to select any date, any past date. Khushi, Nazar, did you understand? Cannot go to any the previous month also. All are disabled. So this is the these are the functionality they have given already. You have to just use them. You have to just use them. This is the property they have given. If you just set this parameter min date equals to 0, then your calendar will be just for present or future, not for past. But in this calendar, you can select any date, you can select previous date, past date, any date. Okay. So these kind of function means this is the date picker. So according to different requirement, they already define different property for this plugin. Okay. If you are going to use a slider, so they have coded for slider differently. They have add different functionality for slider as per different requirement. Means somebody just wants slide slowly, somebody just wants some different animation in slider. So they have already included in that slider functionality. And there's so many slider different. There is available so many slider is there. jQuery slider, different slider is there. Okay. So this is our date picker, a general date picker. We have to use in our project. Generally we have to use means in any project. You can see any website also there is a date picker. Always there is a date picker for date format or for that date input text. Okay. Did you understand? Now you can yeah, you can add a date picker into any website or not, Nazar? Okay, any core website you can add. Now you can add. What you have to do, generally there is already min.js file in maximum website because we need jQuery coding always. So there is a min.js file, and just include this min.js file first place in the list of JS including file. Okay. Secondary, just use any other plugin file, JS file, and this is the CSS file. How we include the CSS file? With the help of link tag. How we include the JS file? With the help of script tag. Okay. src, script src, or link rel, relation style sheet, and href. Okay. Is there any confusion, any doubt, a small doubt you can ask me? Okay, Khushi? Okay, now next let's see one slider also. Then you can just manage it yourself, different plugins. Just try to understand different plugins of jQuery. Actually, I have find out a link, a simple slider, and just revise the JS jQuery session, Nazar and Kushi, because we have to understand the code, we have to understand the logic of JS jQuery, because we need JS and jQuery in any technology. If you are using Drupal also, you have to understand. If you are using WordPress, there is if there is customization, you have to use the jQuery and JS logics. Okay, just revise that session and try to explore more functionality of jQuery. Try to concentrate on jQuery. Okay, JS is the base. That's why we have to understand the JS JavaScript, but you have to know the whole working functionality of jQuery, different about the different function, and why we use that function as per the requirement. You have to understand which function you should use there. Okay. G now here I saved. Yeah, here search that one. I just searched over internet. I just found this slider simple. Yeah, there is some advanced functionality also. Yeah, download. This is the slider. This is the demo of our slider. We are going to use this slider. Here is the demo. Where is the download code? They just provide us a code. Show me how. There is studio. No. It has moved to foundation. Now here already downloaded here on my system. One second. Here's the link. From here I download it. They will just provide a zip file. Maximum plugin jQuery slider plugin or any a big plugin, they will just provide you a jQuery a zip file. Okay, within this zip file there is some JS, jQuery, CSS, and HTML file. Okay, no, not PHP file. JS, jQuery, and HTML. JS, jQuery, CSS, and HTML file. Let me open this folder. Nazar Khushi, are you there? Okay, Khushi. Okay, I just extract that file, that zip file. This I can, and also for HTML, simple HTML we can use in directly. We can run our file directly if it is simple HTML file. Here is the demos in demo.html. Can, here is, okay, here you will get confused. Let me use within the within our server, our web server. No web, no Zen. Only Zen. See, okay. Same folder. Let's use, copy that thing. And let me directly. Okay, the slider we can open directly because it is the HTML file, and also we can open in with the help of our server. I will just describe the code also. What kind of code we have used, what kind of files we have used. Same thing. Class. Class. There is a folder. In the orbit there is demos. Within the demo we have that particular file. So this is a simple slider, image slider. Can you see my screen? Does it push you? Okay. Open that particular HTML file into some text. This is your editor. Okay, so what we have done, we have included some CSS file, the link tag. These two CSS files we need, we already have in our local machine. You can see in a folder structure in directories. This orbit.css file, and within this also we have one .css file. These are the images we have used for this. Okay, and we have included some library file also, that is simple our min.js file, and that is the library for that particular slider, orbit slider, the second one. Now what kind of code we have to do to get that slider? The same way, hash feature, it means it is id or not. Nazar, Do you have feature hash feature? It means there is a HTML tag which have ID feature, means ID equals to feature. So where is that kind of tag? Let me show you. There is a feature div. Okay, within this div, we have used a different. This is just for a heading. If I remove, so it will remove that kind. This head, that heading. Let me remove this. Okay, anchor. We can customize our particular slider as per our requirement. Also, should be that heading maybe coming from. Let's remove this end of div. Now let me refresh this. Should be removed. Let me inspect that one. This page. One second, please be online. ए, कल में छुट्टी तो कल की छुट्टी नहीं लूंगा, परसों के लिए लूंगा। नहीं, मैं पार्टिकुलर रूम पे बुलाया सबको, जिसको पार्टी चाहिए रूम पे आएगा। जिसने पार्टी के लिए पूछा, अभी पूछा ना, रूम पे चलेंगे ना सर? अरे खाना बना के खिलाऊंगा सर अपने हाथों से। अरे कैसी बात कर दी सर, और बियर फ्री है खाने के साथ। हेलो, yeah, I can inspect that one. Nothing else. I just want to remove that particular. Where is my further? I just want to remove this heading. Okay, searching for that. It is within our HTML. H4 jib slider, orbit slider in the heading tag. Title of demo. I'm not able to find that one. That is H4. Oh, one second, please be online. हाँ, नहीं ना 15-20 मिनट 15-20 मिनट हो गया आ रहा हूँ कौन है वो नितिश जा रहा है फिर आएगा वापस नींद पे बैठा है बस जा ही रहा है वो है ना 10-15 मिनट हेलो सॉरी waiting okay okay just let's concentrate on this code same way we have used our date picker we have in this library in the orbit.js file we have definition of this function okay so whenever we use that id in any div tag within that div whatever we that will be slide so we have used some images within that particular div tag this is the id feature we have used within that particular jQuery code Kushi are you there Nazar so just try to understand how we just include that kind of plugins of jQuery in our simple core PHP. Just try to understand in core PHP. Then we will just discuss in code igniter also. Try to include any other plugin, any other slider in core PHP. Try to this they have description also. They have the steps. What steps you have to follow understand that steps if you have any issue you can ask me we will just discuss tomorrow the same thing and in tomorrow's session we will just try to understand the code of our eparty.com of that user section as per your requirement okay okay any other issue Nazar any concern did you have interview tomorrow except 10 o'clock. Okay. So I have to concentrate on Lexis. Okay, I'll just try to understand any one module of LexisNexis and just describe you and that kind of function, how we get that kind of functionality of that website actually let me see right now. Did you understand the working flow of that particular website? Check 1 second. Exact name. Name. Here. हाँ, है so. 1 second. अरे सॉल्व तो बोला है उसको सॉल्व जरूरत है अरे उसकी जरूरत है दीपक के पास मुझे लेके देने सॉरी अगेन name Lexis okay maybe consultant and service type website forgot working on this website we have to understand a particular section or we have to prepare a particular module Nexus Lexus.com maybe they choose your path. Legal, government, business, and high-tech information sources. Learn more. I mean, yeah, there's two part of this website. So, which module? Actually, you have to tell me which module did you know about? Did you know very well about that? Any particular module, any particular part, a small part or any big part? Means in older session, I have described any part. That part you have remember orally. Just you have do you have remember that particular part, or we can do one thing. Okay, let's do one thing. Just try to explore this and choose one module, a simple module, any one module or any one part of this website, and tell me, mail me. Means you have time today's time. So just mail me. I will just prepare tomorrow in the morning, and we will discuss in the evening. How I prepare? I just prepare according to Drupal. Whatever module you have choose, just send me also this link. Okay, whatever, if you just choose industries or any energy, just try to understand any module you are if you are getting that module is easy and you can explain that module orally, just choose that module and give me the link of different pages. I will just try to understand how we get that kind of functionality in Drupal, what kind of modules we need for that, and we will discuss about this that way. Okay, can you do that? Can you do that? Yeah, yes, just email me. Not only module, just link also. It means if you are choosing industry in consultants and what, just if you want to see how we get that kind of ads and different this is paginations also. Just see, just try to understand as a developer. Just try to understand as a developer. Means ask me the question, what kind of question they ask you till now. Okay, they so I will just try to prepare that thing in tomorrow morning. You have a full day for this, so we will just concentrate on Lexis next. Okay, okay, so just this is end of the session. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about this project. Kushi, again, just be with us. You will get some more information. Means that kind of information will helpful to you. Means this is pagination. How we get the pagination? What kind of module we use in Drupal 7 for pagination? What kind of module we need? Switch the view, different kind of view we need. So that will be helpful to you also. Just that that's why just be with us in tomorrow's session also. Okay. And Kushi and Nazar, if you get time, just revise the jQuery code. jQuery code is also important. Okay. Bye bye, Kushi and Nazar. Have a nice day. अलग मुझे जला के छोड़ेगा नहीं हो पा रही है तो उसको भी पता है। सर मैं मोबाइल किसी और को दे दूंगा। नितेश घर गया सर जस्ट। नहीं पूछा जरूरी नहीं था। हाँ यार नाम पूछो वो वाला भी मजा है।